Okay. Yeah, so as usual, we'll create our workspace. Okay. So, so what name should we give it? Should they give it? Yeah, they gave it a different name. Yeah, MR the book. Yeah, so I guess I'll just follow the same process. Yes, so I'm going to give it MR. That's the name of my workspace. Okay. Okay, the next thing is we'll launch our workbench, which will take us to our programming environment. Yep. Okay. So from the lab instruction, I don't know if the analyst guys are following or if you have shared it with them, but I guess, okay, since this class is being recorded, they'll be able to go through after.
Sorry, sir. I just joined. Please, what are we trying to do now, sir?
Okay, so right now um, we are trying to demonstrate the lab that says setting up a yarn environment and developing MapReduce programs to check logs. That's what we're trying to do now. So right now we're trying to set up a yarn environment. Then also, as we develop a MapReduce program, we'll run it. Then we'll also check the logs of the MapReduce program to check some basic details. So that's what we're trying to do now. And in doing that, you need to install, so in doing that, for this lab, we'll be working with a plugin. That's a Maven plugin. So just like how I know Yola Daniel has always asked before previously in the past, is and Okul and Ebube too. They'll be like, instead of importing all those external jars, why can't we just encapsulate everything into like a single tablet that would automatically detect any of those external jars that we need. So that's how the Maven plugin works. If you've written your code and you've implemented some things, so it will try to automatically add those external jars you need for that program to run. So that's how it works. Okay. So I'll continue with this lab, assuming you already have the Maven plugin installed already. So the very first thing is, normally we're to begin our normal MapReduce program. The very first thing would have been to create a Java file, but we are going to be creating a pom.xml file right now. So it's just the same process. You right click on your project explorer, go to project. I don't even have answered your question, Hubert. Yeah. Then from Maven, you go to Maven project. Then click next. Okay. So at this point, one thing I do is, instead of I know I haven't set any default workspace location. So one thing I will do is I'll click on browse and choose this particular workspace location as as the workspace location for this project, this Maven project. So automatically you can see in the location tab, in the location block, you can see it has referred to that folder. Okay, so I'll click on next. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'll click next. Then the next thing is
Sorry, sir.
okay.
Please, I didn't find the workspace I just created. Can I just create it again?
Yeah, you can. I created a new Oh, you didn't find the workspace you just created.
Yes.
So you click on browse, then try to locate the workspace you just created. So if you come
Okay.
to workspace, you see the different workspace, the different folders you've created. So for this class, I'm using this folder called MR debug. So I'll click OK. Then next. Okay. So next thing, following the instruction, it says we should select a certain archetype. Yeah, so it says choose the quick start archetype. Okay. So the quick start archetype is actually this, which you have here. Maven archetype quick start. Then you ensure everything is the same just as you have in your lab manual, and you click next. So now you're already having an error. That's because you've not entered an identifier, your group ID identifier. So according to the lab manual, it says we should give it the name org.example.wcbb.
I'm sorry, please. Did you impute any filter?
Filter. No, at all. It was blank.
Okay, so you just click next on that page. You didn't do anything.
So on that page, what I did was I selected the quick start archetype. That should be the last one you have.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go back. So this is it. This is my setting for that page where you're currently on.
Okay.
Okay. So next, then for the artifact ID, so we are going to be calling it POM example. Okay. After that, we'll click on finish. Then we'll wait for our Maven project to build. Okay, we already have it. Yep. And the next thing we need to do is we need to update the POM file, that's the pom.xml file in the project.
Please, I think you are
So,
quite fast. We don't have the lab manual, so we are just following you.
okay, my apologies. I'll try to be slow.
Thank you, sir. So the group ID org.example dot something.
Okay, so the group ID is org.example.wcbd.
Okay. Then the artifact ID.
Is POM, then example, capital E.
No dot, no space. All
Yeah,
right. I've seen. Thank you, sir.
POM example, capital E.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so in about 2 minutes, your project should be done building. The next thing is you need to update your pom.xml file, your pom.xml file. Okay, I'm coming. Trying to get something for you guys. Okay, yeah, so I was trying to get the meaning of POM for you guys. So that's it is your POM means project object model, like I said, and I think I explained it last week. So your pom.xml file is more or less like as if, let's say I I executed the machine learning task, then I'm trying to save the model. So in this particular scenario, so your pom.xml file is your project object model file. So it contains some settings, some basic settings for running your project, or just let us say it as you're trying to save some set of tasks or instructions as a project object model. Okay, so the next thing is you right click on your pom.xml file. Yeah, you right click on your pom.xml file, then go to update. So to update it, what you need to do is you need to go to properties. No, my apologies, not properties. Yeah, so you click on it. You click on it and it should open up. Okay, so you have something like this. The next thing to do is by your bottom right, you see a tab. As you can see, you have your overview tab, you have your dependencies tab, you have your dependency hierarchy tab, your effective project object model. So you go to your pom.xml. Yeah, so this is it. Then as usual, you replace the codes here. You replace the codes here with what you have in your code snippet. Okay, so I'm going to open my code snippet now. So the code snippet I'm opening is storing processing Hadoop to underscore setting up yarn. Okay. Okay. Okay, that. So next thing is for me to replace everything here. Okay. Then I would format my code. So after doing that,
Can you scroll up, please, sir? I want to see where the code started from.
yeah, just Control A, then Control V.
No, I mean,
Select.
like, did you start from the pom.xml or from the rc1 hyphen? Okay, so I want to see where your code started from.
So what I did was I copied directly from, yeah, so you know
Okay,
when you see the
yeah,
pom.xml, yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so the next thing now is to create Java classes for your word counts. Yeah, for your word count, your word mapper, and your word reducer. So to do that, you come to your source/main/Java file. So whatever you have in your main is actually what runs. It's actually what runs in your code. So basically, okay, you can see we already have an existing class called app.java. I'm sure we wouldn't be needing it. Yeah, what they just printed hello world here. So what you can do is you can delete this because you don't have any need for it. Okay. So you click on the package name, then go to then create a new class. Yeah, so this new class we're creating now, we're going to call it the word count class. Okay.
So you didn't delete SRC this time.
Yeah, I didn't
That
delete SRC because, like I told you, we are using a Maven plugin. So the Maven plugin will handle all of our build activities for us. Unlike the previous labs we've been doing, we've been adding the external jars. So it's more or less like we are configuring our build path for us. So for this particular lab, what we are doing is we're using a plugin that would undo all the stress of the external jars, knowing which one to use, not knowing which one to use. So that's how the Maven plugin works. Yeah. It is like they've hosted a whole bunch of external jars or libraries, then encapsulated them into just one tablet. So that when you call it and you're trying to run your code with it, virtually any library or package you'll be needing would be there. Okay, so the name of this Java class is word count. Then I'll click finish. Yeah, so I'm going to maintain the same package name. Okay, so once I click here, since I already updated this, I know I'll start having error. So one thing I'll do is, okay, I'm going to build this. I'm going to build, no, I'll build this when I'm done. Yeah, let me just build it straight away. So I'm going to build all of this. I should be expecting errors. Okay, so there is no error right now. So I'll come to the word count class. I would also copy the same codes in the code snippet, then paste it. Then I would format my code. Yeah. So after doing that, I can see I'm already having errors. Yeah, it's expected. Then I'll build all. Yeah. So I know the reason why I'm having some of these errors are because I'm calling a reducer class and a mapper class that I've not yet implemented. So it should automatically return errors. So I'm going to add the mapper class and the reducer class right now. So I will still right click on the package name, then go to new class. So this new class that I'm adding right now is the word mapper class. So I'll click on finish. The same thing, put in my code for the word mapper class. Then I'll format my code. Yeah. Next thing is I'll also build my project. Yeah, I've added this class now. Okay. So I'll do the same thing and add the word reducer class. Okay. So I'll put in my code for the word reducer class. And format my code. Okay. So I guess we are here right now. Then the next thing now is for me to build my project. Okay. So in the lab manual, we can see it says if you are getting any error, you might need to update your Maven project so you'll be able to import the correct references. Okay, so we're having some errors here. So to update our Maven project, what we need to do is we'll click on the project name, then go to Maven and update it. So you're going to click on your project name. right click on it, come down to Maven, then go to update projects. So automatically all those external jars and libraries that are required should be added. Okay, so I'll click OK. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try to build this project one more time. Let me be so. Okay, so I'm going to try to save it. I know. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. The next thing now is, yeah, so I'm going to continue irrespective of the error indicator. So I don't expect this to stop it from running right now, because from what I can see, yeah, okay, from what I can see here, if I click on the word count class, from what I can see here, it's not showing there is any form of error. So actually, the whole syntax and everything seems good. Yeah. Okay. So the next step is, they said we need to, okay, yeah, we need to package this whole project as a jar file using Maven B. Okay. So to do that, you would right click on your project. Okay. I want to be sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I know I'm missing something. Yeah. Yeah. So I know I'm missing something. Yes, so we are going to configure, yeah, we're going to configure our default GRE system library. So to configure that, you right click on your GRE system library and come to properties. Yeah. So from what I can see in lab manual, yeah, we are making use of Java SE 1.7. Okay, so we're making use of this. Yeah, so I'll click OK. Then now I have to rebuild all my projects. Okay. Yeah, the next thing is, yeah, okay, so yeah, everything seems fine now. Then the last thing I need to do is I need to update my project. Okay. Thought I changed this. Okay. Okay, so that is done. The word mapper class has no more error. The word reducer class. Okay, let me try to review this. Okay. Yep. Yes, so something is wrong. I copied the wrong code to the word reducer class. So you also need to be careful. From what I can see, I copied the wrong code to the word reducer class. So I would repaste it here. Then I'll rebuild my project. Okay. So I also need to confirm for my word mapper class. Yes. Okay.
Please, I still have the errors.
I'm coming to that right away. Okay, so everything seems fine now. I'm going to rebuild this. Then the next thing is my word count class. Okay, yes, so everything, yes, should be fine. Then okay, so what I would do is I would update this. Wow, guess I've scattered this whole stuff. Okay. So this one still have error. That's the word count class. Okay, I'm going to replace the code on it. Okay, yeah, so everything is fine now. Okay, so Adetoro, yeah, so you
Yes, sir.
said you are still having errors.
Yes. When you changed your library, I don't know, library type or something, I noticed yours is now 1.7, but mine is still 1.5.
Yeah, I told you to change that because there should be a step to do that in the lab manual. Yeah, because from what I can notice, yeah, they're also using the GRE system library 1.7. So to do that, all you just need to do is right click on it, then come down
Hmm?
to properties.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, right click on it, come down to properties, then select it. You click on this, then select Java SE 1.7 and click OK.
Yes,
So
I
after
clicked it, but it's not changing. Or where did
you
you
said,
get? You clicked on that environment, right? You double clicked on environment.
so what I did was right click on this,
Mm-hmm.
come down to properties,
Yes.
then on this, it was on 1.5 before. You come down to Java SE 1.7, you click OK. So once you click OK, you come down to file, then go to save all. So that way your changes should be implemented.
Okay, sir.
Have you gotten it? Except if you made the same mistake with me by putting the reducer code for the mapper code for the reducer class. Except you might need to check that too. So,
I can't find the save all option that you just talked about.
and you can just click on save. So what you will do is
Okay, I'm
once you've
seeing
done,
it.
wait, I think it's just best if you share your screen. I'll stop sharing mine. Yeah, it will be, you wanted to say something.
Wow. I'm
Yeah,
using my
you can share your screen.
I'm using my phone, sir.
Wow. Yeah, isn't it fun? Okay.
Yeah.
Lola, I'm using my PC. Can I share my screen to have the
Yeah, you can.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
So I do have the errors here. I've changed this guy. I've updated the project. I noticed that if I update the project, the GRE system library changes back to 1.6.
Okay. Wow, I don't know. I'm struggling to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you come again? Like, I don't know. I'm actually struggling to hear you.
I said that if I update the project, the GRE system library changes back to Java SE 1.6. Even
Hello,
after I change it. Oh, hello, can you hear me?
Okoli.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
I
Can
can hear
anyone
you.
hear me?
Yes, I
We
can
can
hear
hear you,
you
sir.
also.
Hello, Temilola.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah, I
can
can
hear you,
hear
sir.
you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Yes, sir, we can.
Maybe somebody type it in the comment section that we can hear.
I'm coming. Okoli, can, Ebube, can you give me? Yeah, let me rejoin this. Yeah, give me some.
Ebube, please, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can
Ebube,
hear
you're
you.
marvelous. Okay. After selecting the 1.7, where did he find the save button, or he mentioned something like click save? It is okay, I'm saying there, and the okay is not affecting any change.
Save file and then save, and I didn't see it there, so I didn't see the save option as part
But your
of.
okay worked, right?
Yeah,
But your okay worked, right?
where the okay you're talking about? I'm not sure I've seen the okay.
I mean,
When?
right click on your library, then go to properties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. You can set that one. That one should work. Okay, work there.
What did you say?
Yeah, okay, work there. Is yeah,
Mine
it
is still
worked.
not affecting, still showing the 1.5.
It didn't change at all, even before you update the project.
Yes. Okay, should I still update the Maven dependencies again?
No, the thing is, if I change mine to 1.7, it changes. But when I update project again, it goes back to 1.6. So I think
Oh,
almost similar problem. I don't know.
hmm. Okay.
It was actually something I did before to bypass this place. So I just added the external jar myself. But I don't know why. I just removed it now so that I'll see how I can go about solving the problem with what he's doing, but I don't seem to figure it out.
Okay, my apologies. Yeah, so if you're saying something, I can't currently see your screen now.
Can you see my screen now?
Can you reshare?
Okay. Yeah, can you see it now?
Yes, I can. Yeah, so you're saying something.
Yeah, I said if I've changed the GRV system library now from SE 1.6 to SE 1.7. But if I update the project now, it goes back to 1.6.
Okay. So what you need to do is you need to click on save.
Save.
Yeah, go to file at the top, like at the top of it. Yeah, go to file. Where you see file, project, and the rest. Go to file, then click on save or save all.
It's not applicable. Like I can't click on.
You said?
I can't click. You can't see the drop down. I can't click on it. It's not clickable.
So it's taking time to respond.
No, it's not like it's
Okay.
not clickable at all. You know, the others are showing in white. The ones that I can click on
Oh
are
yeah,
white.
yeah. I'm just in it now. So what you do is go to project.
Okay.
Then in projects, go to build all. You go to build project or build all. Yeah, go to build project. Anyone?
Yeah, I've submitted that.
Mine is working now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, editor. So what you need to do now is go to update project. Yeah, from the Maven part, you right click on your project name, then come down to Maven, then go to update project.
I've gone back to open.
Okay, so have you clicked on okay?
Yeah, yeah. I've selected that. The GRE system library went back to 1.6.
Okay, it went back to 1.6. So it's still the same way. You need to okay, go to file and check if you are able to click on save right now.
No, I
Okay, it is
can't click on.
okay. What you do now is go to your word reducer class, your word count class. Try to build those projects. Okay. So what you do now is change your GRE system library to 1.7. Okay, you've done that, right? So now the
Yes, yes.
next is um go to another Java class. Try to make a change. So you can type something and delete it. Then go back to file. Then click on save all. Or you can just add a comment, a line comment to it. Yeah, so click on save all. Okay, so you've clicked on save all, right? Now
Yes.
update your project. So you shouldn't change back to 1.6 now. Wow. So it is still changing back to 1.6, right?
Yes. Maybe we'll just continue. I'll probably try it again or something.
The thing is, you can't. Oh, so you know what? Delete the app.java class you have there. You've done that, Abi.
Yes.
Yes. So change it back to 1.7, then build all your projects and click on save all. So have you saved it now?
Yes.
Okay, so
So
try
I
to
should update
update
that.
it. Yeah, try to update it now.
Change.
You said what?
I said it still changed to 1.6.
Okay, still changing to 1.6. Did you edit your pom.xml file
Yes.
and you copied the expected code that was meant to be there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you scroll down? Let me see. To the pom.xml file.
I'm opening it.
I'm unable to see the changes in your screen.
Yeah, it has not started to put the form yet. It's loading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the form. Yeah, the form is open.
Yeah, what I can see here is still the overview.
Oh, okay. I guess it's loading the network.
Okay, so this is what you have. I'm coming, let me confirm it's what I have here. Okay, I'm coming. So you know what you will do now? Go to build this your POM file.
Yeah, I've selected build. Yeah,
So I
update it.
think
You think what?
so. From what I can see, you are putting in the wrong codes, the wrong POM codes. That's why. Yeah. So what I have here is quite different from what you have in your side. Yeah. Scroll down to the ending part of your POM file. Let me see what you have.
Yeah, I'm at the end now.
Okay. So what we have is different. Yeah. You're putting in a different code. Yeah.
This is from setting up Yarn, the notepad, like the text file, storage, processing, Hadoop 2, setting up Yarn.
And your code is formatted. Press Ctrl then press Ctrl Shift F. This is not the same. This is not what I have. I'm going to share my screen now so you compare it with what you have. You get.
Okay. I think I've noticed the job.
Okay, so you've seen it, Abi. So it's your POM file that would be causing the issue right now, because you won't be able to build the other Java classes if you've not settled this first. So try to put in the right code.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think this is the correct thing now, right?
I can't see your screen, it's dark.
Like now, can't see.
You might want to reshare your screen.
Okay. Okay, like this. Is it visible now?
Yes, so this is the correct code that you're meant to have in your POM file. Okay, so now go to project and build your POM project, your POM file. Go to build all. Yes, so change your GRE to 1.7 now. So save it. Yeah. So right click on the project and update your project. So is it still changing back to 1.6?
I think it's loading it's updating mapping dependencies. That's what it's saying down here. So I guess you can just continue in case it's probably delaying.
Mm, the thing is, at least if 2 or 3 of you are able to get it, you can put others through. So right now, I know you're actually following. Then Adi Digi is also following. Yes. So
All right.
what's important is you guys being able to do it and not having errors at all. So is it done updating the dependencies?
Yes.
Okay. So now what you will now do is, yeah. So do that now. Okay,
Okay.
so
Did
what you
you?
now do is you will now go and build, yeah, start from your word mapper class. You build that first. Then you go to the reducer class. You now go to the word count class. Build all, yeah.
Yeah. Done. Thank you.
Yes, so you do for the reducer, you do for the word count. Then save your project and rebuild it. Then you can now update the Maven project again. So is there another person having errors or issues?
Hello, sir.
Yes, so I'm with you, Marvelous.
Okay, so I'd like to ask, why did we have to change the GRE system library to 1.7?
So
Because
basically,
in the manual, it's not there, and I didn't do it, and I didn't encounter any of these, and I didn't change it, and I think it worked fine.
okay. So the reason why I changed it was because in the manual, even though the instruction is not there, while going through the lab, I saw that that's what they used. So that's why I changed. Do you get? So if you check your manual at the Project Explorer side, you'll notice that that's exactly what they used also. Yeah, that's if you go to page 118. Yeah, that's exactly what they used. So I was like, let me just be on the same page with them and not. Then from what I can see, if you check, yeah, from what I can see, if you check your pom.xml file, yeah, if you come to the latter part of your pom.xml file, you see that your source build is 1.7 and your target build is also 1.7. Okay, so let me share my screen and show you guys that. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my
Okay,
screen?
okay, yes, I can.
Okay, so look at these 2 lines of code. The source is 1.7, the target is 1.7. Yeah, so that's
Okay,
why
I can
I
see.
changed it. Yeah, so I actually don't know what yours is, but I already told you the way Maven plugin works. Whatever you need to run your project, it will try to update it and make reference to it. So that's just how it is. Okay. So I guess we are good to go. Yeah. Then the next thing is to run our project as a Maven view. So to do that, you right click on the project, come to run as, and you click on Maven view. Okay, so a tab like this should appear. Okay, so you guys can hear me clear now.
There were two moving builds there. Which one of them did you use, sir?
You said what?
You clicked on Maven build, right?
Yes, Maven
There
build.
are two here. So which did you use? First or the second?
Okay, so
Or
let
anyone?
me do it again. So I'm going to do it again. Right click on your project name.
Yeah.
So you come down to Maven build. I'm using the fifth one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the name. So the goal is you're going to change goal to package.
Okay.
Okay. And then after that, you click on run. Okay, so it's saying we should have our snapshots ready. Then, so what we will do now is, okay, yeah, it's still running, Yeah, it's done running. So if you can see my screen, look at this part. Yeah, you can see that it is done running. So we're able to export our project and run it properly as a Maven jar file. So what we'll do now is the same way we do for our normal MapReduce programs and the rest. You know, when we're done building the Java part of our MapReduce programs, we'll go to our terminal, then now run it. So that's the same thing we'll also do for this now. So this way now we have exported our jar file, then we are now going to run it. So the same thing, you come to your terminal. So I'm going to minimize this. As usual, you start Hadoop. I think I have everything running here. Yeah, so mine was running normally. You start with Hadoop, then so the input file. Yeah, so the input file we are going to use for this lab, I think we already have it normally in our HDFS directory. So there's no need to copy it from local again. So to just check it, one thing we can do is you can say HDFS, DFS, then let's list all the files. Okay, so I'm having the native code loader issue. So that means I need to set my Hadoop environment variable. Yeah, so these are input file that I'm going to make use of, the word count.jar. So it is still there. There's no need for me to follow the step that copies it again to our HDFS directory. Okay. So I need to set my Hadoop environment variable. Okay. So now we are going to run the MapReduce program. Yeah. So to run the MapReduce program, we're going to run the following code. Marvelous, were you able to run the MapReduce program?
Yes, I was.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So I'm going to run the MapReduce program using this code. Okay. Wow. So I'm having an error there. I need to go and check what's wrong. Oh. Yeah. So the file already exists. I need to remove it. Uh, okay, yeah. So the file already exists. I just need to remove it. Yes. So let me show you guys why I saw the error where the file already exists. Okay. So this is it. File already exists exception. That is where it is. So to do that, I need to remove my output file from where it is. Okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Come on, I was using the wrong code. Okay, MR debug. Okay, so I'm going to try that again. Okay, still the same error. What's the exception again? File already exists. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think the file that is talking about that already exists is the file in the HGFS environment. So probably you've done this exercise before, so it has created that file. So I think that's why it's giving that exception.
Okay, yeah. So I need to remove it. Yeah, there is.
So I think
Can
according
you say
to
not a valid jar?
You said?
Can say it's not a valid jar?
Yeah, not invalid jar. So what you need to do is after your package name, after your package name dot word count slash word count. So the word count before your slash home slash hd user, add dot jar to it. So that should fix your error.
Okay, sir.
Let me know when you get it. So I'm just
Right.
going to put. Yeah, so I'm looking for the code to, yeah, to remove it. Yeah, okay. Not this one. Yes, so I just need to remove that. Count. Okay, so this should work. Okay, yeah. So thank you, Marvelous, for that. So I've just deleted the file. And I'm going to try running it again. Okay, yeah, it is running now. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Marvelous. Yeah, so the output file, because I've done the lab before, the output file was still in my
Mine still
HDF
says
directory.
valid jar.
You said?
Mine still says not a valid jar.
Okay, so you need to check the code you are trying to use to run the MapReduce program. So you need to check the directory of your package name. Don't worry, you share a screen. Can you share a screen? I'll stop sharing mine.
I'm using my phone.
Wow.
Okay, I can try to connect. Maybe you should go ahead, then I'll just share later. I'll try to connect my
Oh,
system.
okay, no problem. So, or let me just show you the code. Yeah, I'm going to share a notepad now. Yeah. Okay, so my program is done running.
Can't see your screen, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to share my screen now. I'm just trying to. Okay, so can you see this notepad now? Are they two?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so the code you are using to run the lab, yeah, so you need to ensure that this directory is actually correct. So for mine, /workspace/mr debug. So you need to be sure, okay, what was the name you gave to the workspace you created for the file?
Okay, sir.
Okay, is that correct? Or you are just copying it the same way it's inside the code snippet?
I copied it, so I'll confirm now.
Oh,
Okay, it's not correct actually.
okay, so after changing that, you would also need to change, yeah, so after calling the package name, you would also need to add .jar to the word count file. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So let me know when you get it.
Yes, sir. I think you should run. It's taking time, unlike before.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so I have a little observation. I would like to know why we are adding .jar to that word count. Because
So,
because
okay, go
why I'm
on.
asking is I did mine without adding this .jar and it worked perfectly.
Okay, so for me, for my own terminal directory, we already noticed that yours is different from ours. I don't know why, Sha. If I don't explicitly state the name of the file I'm trying to run, it wouldn't work for me. You get.
Okay.
Just
Well,
like
okay, I put
just like now, the other day now, remember who was it? Yeah, was it Okuli that was running an entirely different code and it worked for him for his own Ubuntu environment. But okay, let's say I remove this .char now. Okay, and I'm running this code like this. I don't know if it will run. Right from the very first lab I did, and I noticed the thing was messing up. So I just stopped it. Okay. I'm going to try that out now. So I want to, okay. So I'm going to try just the way you said it now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Have you seen the error? It didn't run, as you can see. Okay, so what's the error it's returning this time? Okay. So it is saying my input file does not exist. My input part does not exist. Can you see it?
Okay, I can see it.
So for someone like me now, until I explicitly state the name of my input part, it wouldn't run. So until I state the name of the word count,
Please, can
jar
you
count.
highlight the error? See it.
Okay.
Okay, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, because the reason why I asked is because I made an observation, or I noticed something, that if we run it like this, I don't know whether it's the same with on this terminal. The kind of results we'll get, as in they are not results that are consistent with the content of the file, because the content of the file was like a story about something that happened in Mumbai or whatever. So I noticed that it was just giving random letters, though it did well, but then, so I don't know. Maybe I was thinking, so maybe it was because what we copied to the HFS environment, maybe it was wrong. So I don't know, but then I just wanted to point that out, that when I did it on mine, it worked perfectly, and I didn't have to add .jar to the word count. But when I added .jar, the results were not consistent with the content of the text file. So I don't know whether it's also similar to what you have there.
Okay. So for me, basically, if I don't add .jar in my own terminal, it's not going to work. That I don't know why.
Sorry,
Okay.
hello. Just
Okay, if we were saying something.
but considering the fact that the particular file on its own is not a jar file, why is the required extension for your ec.jar? Okay, maybe have you tried .txt to see
Okay, so let me try .txt.
So I've never done this experiment, and it says file already exists.
Are you sure? And
that's
you've done that experiment in the past now. You've done the word count experiment now. So you need to remove it. So can you see .txt? It will be,
yes.
it's returning the same error.
Okay.
So let me
Anyways,
get it out for
based on what Marvelous said, I was thinking maybe when you do word count or jar, what is running eventually is that jar file that word count project was exported to.
So
That's
basically,
for the
from
first
what
one.
you said,
So that's like for the first word count lab.
yeah.
You know, when we finished writing the code, we exported the project to .jar to a jar file, and it was named word count.jar. So I'm thinking, based on what Marvelous said now, that the output is going to be different. Probably the output is you get with .jar is probably counting the words in that project file. Something.
Okay. So I'm going to try it out. I'll look into it. But for me, I just know if I don't add .jar to it, it wouldn't actually work. And if you check the very first word count lab that we did, so they told us the syntax for running it, which is, yeah, let me get it out for you guys, which is you call the Adobe, you call the jar, you call your jar keyword. Then after that, you call your input found your package, your driver class name, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So where is this? Yeah. Yeah, so this is it. It says you call your Adobe, you call the jar keyword, then you call the jar file name, which is your workaround.jar. Okay. You call the driver class name, that's the part to the package. Yeah, the package part. Then you call your input file name and your output file name. So what we can do is, hello Marvelous.
Hello, sir.
Yes, so can you share your screen?
Okay, actually, I can't at the moment because I don't know. My system is doing updates and it has been doing the update like since. So I don't know. So for then, I'm just trying to follow. But I think one observation I have as regards that is that I don't know, probably the input file we copied is .jar instead of just a word count input file. I don't know, but then if I run it, just maybe it could also be that the platform is different, like we pointed out. But then if I run it without putting .jar, it works perfectly, and so
Okay, so I'm actually curious to know the output you got. Yeah, so
exactly.
I will also
Okay,
compare it to my
okay,
own output.
because the outputs I have is quite similar to what we have in the textbook here, anyways. It's just something like what we have in the output of the textbook. So, but then when I was using .jar, in fact, that was what made me to really look into it. Because when I was using .jar, I was getting a sort of output that was just random words. Maybe to just words that don't make
To
meaning.
count the letters, right?
You said something like that, just words that don't make
It
meaning.
will just
So that
count random letters, right?
yeah, something like that, sir. So that was what made
Oh,
me to actually look into it, and I noticed those little changes. So that, and I made it, and I saw that it worked just
okay.
as
So
I
what I'm
as
going to do now is I'm going to check. So I'm going to check the dataset directory and check for the word count file itself. Okay, so there's a word count file in the data directory, right?
yes, sir.
So this is it here. Yeah. Okay. So this input file comes from our HDFS, right? Okay. So I'm going to move the word count file in my local to HDFS. Yeah, and to do that, I'll just copy from local. So let's say Adobe DFS, copy from local. Okay. So I'm copying from home slash HD user slash data sets. Yeah. Yeah, so I think you are actually right, because in my data directory I have nothing, so I have actually tampered with it. So data sets slash word count. Yes, so it should be an error on my side. There was no need for the jar. That's what I'm thinking. So let's say HDFS. Yeah, HDFS, yeah, directory. Okay. Okay, so right now I need to share the file. It's copied. DFS. Oh, okay, so I have a word count file there. There's no need for me to put .jar. Let me just check and run it now. Yeah, but first of all, I need to remove the output file. Okay, so the output file doesn't exist. This time around, I would run it without the jar keyword, and let's see what happens. So it should run now. Yeah, just as you said, Marvelous. I already tampered with my environment. So when I tried copying the word count file from the data directory, it wasn't there. So I had to go into data sets and copy the word count file itself to HDFS, and it's running now. Yeah, so you don't even need to put .jar, just like you said. So when you put .jar, it's like as if you are reading the jar file itself as a text file. Yeah. So you are just trying to read it. Yeah. So that means, yeah, in the very first lab, when I couldn't find the word count file, the word count text file, or the file itself, the input data, I should have gone to data sets to get it out. And so that's it there. Yeah, so let me go back and check. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, the next thing we need to do is, yeah, let's look at the outputs. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, Marvelous. Okay. 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 So now let's look at the output of that MapReduce job. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, right. Makes sense now. And it's similar to what we have in the manual. Yeah, it's similar to what you have in the manual. Yeah. Okay, so that's for the output. Then, like I said, if you want to delete it, you need to delete. If you want to run it again, you need to delete the output file. So now in the manual, they said to monitor your cluster and your jobs, you can check the web interface. So to check the web interface, like as you guys have done before in the past, you need to localhost into it. So then another thing after that, okay, yeah, let me just do it. Don't let me skip it. Okay, so I'll launch my Firefox browser. Okay, yeah, so that should be it. Okay, yeah, I already did this lab before. So if you are already migrated to sudo mode, that's why you are seeing details about the word count map reduce job. Yeah, that's why you can see details about it. So I don't know, Adetoro, were you able to see all these details too?
No, sir.
You say you are not able to see these details and the rest. So now, as it is in the manual, so you can't see the status of your job normally because you are running it in a single local node mode. So you need to move over to the pseudo distributed mode, which is, I believe, where Marvelous had issues, right? When you had to edit the yarn.xml file and the
Yes, sir.
mapreg.xml. Yeah. So to do that now, okay. So to do that, you go to your file system. Yeah, first of all, you need to stop all your Hadoop components. Okay. So I believe when you did this Marvelous, you couldn't see the job status, like details about the work count map reduce program that you ran.
Yes, I couldn't. Yes, I
Yeah.
couldn't.
So you can see it's finished, succeeded. I'm going to highlight that for you guys to see. You can see everything about finished status, finished, succeeded, and all. So I'm going to close this. Okay. Okay, now. Wow. Okay, so to do that, you come to your file system. Okay. your file system. Okay. USR the local. Oh yeah. Yeah, so in your file system, you go to computer, then you go to USR, you come down to local, then you come to Adobe, and so on. Adobe. Yeah. So we are changing two files. That's your map reduce site.xml. Okay, so this is the first one. You're able to do this, right? So you right click on it, then go to open with gedit. Okay, so as it is in your what they call it, as it is in your code snippet, you replace what you have in your code snippet with what you had there before. So what you had there before should look like this. What did you have there before? Can anyone share a screen? Okoli, are you with us? Can you share your screen? Let me see what you had there before.
Okay, let me share my screen. Sorry, let me just. Sorry, this thing is a bit slow today. Share, right? Am I in the right place? Sorry, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can
After
hear you.
local, Hadoop,
Yeah,
then etc, then Hadoop,
Hadoop and what?
etc and so on.
etc.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. So you right click on that map site.xml file, then open it with gedit.
Yeah, it's open. This one is here.
Okay, so we are waiting for it to load. I can't see anything.
Yeah, it's open. I don't know. It's open here.
Oh, you can see some code snippets in it, right? Okay, yeah, I can see. Yes,
But it looks
so
just like
yeah, I can see it now. So it's saying that what do you call it? So he's saying that since your value, since the value you've given for your map reduce is local and you're calling a certain port name, a certain port number, it means that your jobs will run in a process as a single map and reduce that. So what we're trying to do here is, right, what we're trying to do here now is we want all our jobs to run in a distributed mode, in a pseudo distributed mode, whereby it is not just a single local node that is running the map reduce tasks. So to do that, you need to, just like how you have it in your lab manual and the code snippets, you need to copy what you have there and replace it with what you can see here. Okay. Can you do that, or you don't have access to the code snippet?
Sorry, what code snippet? Detect the normal text
Yeah,
file. Okay.
yeah. The latter part, you would see where you need to configure the mapred.xml file.
Yeah, I have it here.
Okay, so just copy and paste it there.
Okay, so let me see what I will do now. So that's this shutting down now, right? I can put this one now.
You said?
Yeah, what is short the small one beneath, so I can take one above out. I don't know, can you see the screen? I pasted.
Yeah, I can see your screen now. Yeah, you can take the one above out.
Right, so I'm going to save it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next file you have to edit is the yarn site.xml. So that's probably where Marvelous might have missed it.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, okay, okay. All these are supposed to go into configuration, right?
Yes, everything should go into configuration. Yeah, so the syntax is configuration first, then property, then the name, then value, then if possible, description.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay, let me see your screen. I'm coming. Okay, yeah, this is okay. This is good. So Marvelous, this is how it is. Were you able to do this?
Okay, for what I can see, I think what I didn't do was that I didn't add configuration beneath because it's not in the code snippet. So I just copied what was in the code snippet. And the implication of that for me was that I think that was I mentioned it, that was when I did it. The implication of that for me was that when I tried starting Hadoop again, it didn't start. It
It won't
was just
start.
giving me it was giving me a lot of errors and all. So that was when I had to remove what I had done And I now had to request Ebube to send the files. I just put it back there and I was able to run my Hadoop normally. But then once my system finished updating, I would try it out. I believe it should work. I've seen my
Yeah,
mistake.
it will definitely work now. So basically, the syntax is you need to call configuration first, then you close it, then you call property. So what you just meant to do was copy everything the way it is, then put it inside configuration. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, yeah. So it will be now you can. So you need to follow the same lab instructions. So the next thing for you to do now is yes, so we'll be using yours because I already did this and you wouldn't see the changes. So you need to go back to your terminal. Or do I? Yeah, let me just do that.
Okay. I can stop sharing, right?
Yeah, you can stop sharing. Okay, no, continue sharing because I already did this. So have you
Okay.
seen those files? Please share your screen. I already did it, so you people wouldn't easily notice the difference. Yeah. So try to look us into Hadoop and let us see the output.
I should do what?
Localhost into your Hadoop, into your MapReduce cluster.
That's using the browser now, Abi?
Yeah,
Or
using the browser
okay, sorry.
8088. Okay. So I guess yours is already okay. Yeah, so you can see it now. It is giving you the job status, everything about the MapReduce job you just ran. Okay. I guess yours was already in pseudo mode too. That's why you have this.
No, I refreshed the page now, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, if it wasn't in pseudo mode, the latter part shouldn't show anything. It shouldn't show you anything about the previous job you ran. And from what I can see here, you've done the other lab. Yeah, you've done the
Okay.
distributed shell, the other lab, yeah, the yarn application lab. Is that true?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, because it's showing you did it around 11:25 today. Okay, so basically it gives you an info about all your map reduced jobs, the job history, and everything. So for you guys, you can just play along with the remaining instructions. It's just all about navigating around the web interface to get details about the map reduced job you just ran. Yeah. So the second lab, which is writing a Yarn client application, we've
Yes.
exhausted so much. We've
Lola.
exhausted. Yeah, you said what?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I wanted to ask a question actually. I noticed when we started the 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 project, when we wanted to name the POM project, or yeah, the mapping project, when we put the org dot whatsoever,
Yeah.
yeah. So I noticed that there was some. What was the meaning of snapshot? Does snapshot have any particular meaning, or it's just something that was added to the name of the file?
So basically, snapshots that they used there was it's just a method of versioning. Do you get? It's just a way of trying to identify the version of the job that they are currently running right now. Okay, so it's just like now, if you write some set of codes to do something and you call it snapshot one, yeah. So that's just basically what they're doing there. They're just trying to version the code, version the application.
Okay.
If you notice, the name is POM example 00.1 slash snapshots.jar. Yes, so probably the next one that anybody would want to do, or another person on the team would want to do, would be 00.2 snapshots.jar. So it's just a way of versioning their code. So snapshot doesn't have any particular name for the keyword. You get, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so marvelous. I believe you'll be able to try the other lab probably during the weekend. And for those other guys that were not able to follow through, I'm sure it would be an marvelous to be able to put you guys through. So after the other lab,
Okay.
I know we'll be going into working with Hive on Hadoop before we get into the next module. Yeah. So does anyone have any other question or have any
Okay.
other error you
I
want to
did.
fix? Okay, go on.
So I don't know. Please, can you put up your screen where it's the local hosting? I would just like you to maybe. I know our time is fast spent. Maybe you just explain the cluster metrics that was written there, all those, and let probably help us to understand the implication of all those. I see app submitted. Okay, I think I understand that. I'm saying containers running, memory used, memory total, memory reserved, big cores used, and all that. So if you could just briefly help us understand those so that we know the implication of it on the job we just initiated.
Okay. Wow. I don't have Hadoop running on my own from what I can see here. Wow. Okay. So let me just restart Hadoop.
Maybe a colleague could just share his screen if it will take time. I think it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. So can help us with your screen?
Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so I can see your screen now. So basically, as you can see, the cluster metrics there, you already have it's something very, very easy to understand. So in this particular cluster that you have here now, your total memory is 8 gig. Then it tells you the amount of, let's say, map reduced jobs you have running or you have run. So basically, so far today, Okule has run just one map reduced job, which you can see here, app submitted. So meaning you've submitted one .jar file for map reduced to run today. Then it ran it completely, meaning the map reduced job ran complete. That's why you see apps completed. For apps pending, basically, it tells you the other map reduced job you have pending. That's probably maybe, yeah, the other map reduced jobs you have pending. Apps run, it tells you the map reduced jobs you have running like that. So containers running, it tells you your HDFS clusters. Okay, is it distributed like that into different containers and are they running right now? So right now you don't have anything running. So most of the entries will be 0. Yeah. So most of the entries will be 0. Then the other thing is it gives you details about the amount of cores used, the system computing specifications. So it tells you the virtual cores used, virtual cores available. This one has a total of 8 cores. Then it tells you the amount of nodes you have active and so on like that. It gives you details about your normal Hadoop 2 architecture, components of the Hadoop 2 architecture, the ecosystem. So basically, it's something you should be able to relate with if
Okay,
you go through it.
so the memory total that is indicating 8 gig, as in, I don't really understand that. Is it the memory, the RAM memory of the computing device or what?
So basically, that memory total it is showing here basically is it's definitely referring to the memory you have in this Hadoop cluster. Yeah, it's referring to the total memory you have in this Hadoop cluster to run. So now it's actually a virtual memory. It's not funny enough. You can be having it's just like now. I have a computer, my personal PC now. My personal PC is 16 gig RAM, and this VMware yeah, this VMware application is 2 gig RAM. Then inside this VMware, I'm also accessing another environment, my Hadoop environment. And in that Hadoop environment, my name node has provisioned a cluster to run my MapReduce job. And it provided a virtual 8 gig RAM. So that's why if you notice, it is showing you VCOS, VCOS. The VCOS means it is virtual. Yeah, it is not dependent on basically your own compute capacity. That's just how it is. So it's like how would I put it? It's like your remote desktop section now. So someone can be using a 2 gig RAM system and be using it to work in a bank networking department. The person doesn't use the system for anything. All the person does is when he gets to the office on a Monday morning, the person will do remote desktop connection into a virtual computer or a cluster available in their data center. So the configuration of that cluster can be 32 gig or even 64 gig RAM. You get. So the computing processes is not actually on the system itself, it is on that cluster itself. So that's just how it is.
Okay, yeah, well understood. Thank you very much.
Yes, so I don't know. I would implore you guys to actually try it. The other guys that haven't tried out this lab to try it out. Like no knowledge is totally useless. No knowledge is redundant. Let me just put it that way. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. The next time I will be with you guys, I actually don't know. So it depends on a lot of factors. So come Monday now, I might be the one that might be with you guys, or it will be Edward. But our lab class is normally scheduled for Fridays. Yeah. So I'll be hoping to see you guys next week Friday, and hopefully you would have done many more labs. And also, I must also come. Yeah, yeah, this lady, what's her name? Yeah, Adetoro. Yeah, I need to commend you. Yeah, you went straight into action when I told you guys that you should try to post about what you do and put yourself out there. Like I must say that I'm actually impressed with what you did. Even if you even check the post too, I'm sure our boss liked it, Blessing liked it. And because Blessing liked it, like I told you, you don't know the number of people also that would also see it. So that's one way of putting yourself out there, of advertising yourself out there. If you don't bring yourself out and say, this is what I'm doing, people wouldn't know what you are really capable of. And that way, people will be much more interested in seeing your profile. Okay, what's this person doing? Okay, what's this person up to? Like that. So I must commend you. That's a very nice one. So hopefully, I know as time goes on, I'll be seeing a lot of posts from so many of you too. Yeah, say something about what you're doing. Don't just keep quiet about it. So that will be all for today. Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Thank you so much. I had fun too. I also learned a lot in this class. Yeah. And try to move ahead of the class by attempting so many labs. So now thank you. Yeah, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Bye,
so much,
sir.
sir. The rest of your day.